Well, certainly have come a long way since that Pokeclump glitch, which hasn't it? Hello everyone, and before I get too into this, I'd also like to state for the record that I understood the risk when I signed the EULA all those years ago, and with that bit out of the way, hey, hey, I present my video celebrating 10 full years Pokemon Go, and also give my experience of this first decade of the game and what lies ahead with Niantic now being a subsidiary of Scopely. Hey, so let's begin. Though I have not been able to complete all the recent events they've had, if only for the extreme heat and Firewatch situation I had a bit ago. Oh, I hope anyone watching this as in the impacted areas, especially in Canada, can stay safe. But I have been able to complete quite a lot actually. I mean, trying to get this focus here. Whoops. But with my avatar and my partner Zero Aura there, I mean, I am. That was definitely. That alone made the new Virtual Go Festival probably the best one I've played in a long time. I'm choosing to waive the $14.99 ticket price that they had in previous years, and instead just make that part of the Go Pass. Admittedly, that mechanic has not been without its own issues, not just in this game but other ones. But at the very least, it can be argued that there's more skill involved as opposed to loot crates, which tend to be more based on RNG. Again, so they have to legally disclose the drop rates. I mean, as just like when Homer tried to take his tickets internally, like, see? Because me, they have that warning. Admittedly, hey, there are aspects that I still think could be addressed further. I mean, er, I still have no full opinion on these groups end game in terms of being like a willpower, but I definitely have a solid idea of what things ahead as an economic power, or especially since the same people just paid 2 million and for sealed and graded copies of the original Game Boy games Red, Blue, and Yellow. Two words: conspicuous consumption. I'm not one of those people that's trying to go for every single whole piece of gear out there. Here, I mean, if there's something I legitimately like from there, of course I'll go for it. I mean, I have even if someone's not the biggest has found the Horizons anime, I do admit there were things I liked with their collab. I mean, caught quite a few Captain Pikachu there. I named one of mine Andor, and also others I caught over various Starfleet captains. I mean, and admittedly, a, I could see where this collab in Wonder Voyage goes. I mean, and finally bringing back things that have not been seen in years for all these events. And since they never fully got rid of all these ones, that they are technically still in the game's code, that they've tried to make modifications to try and stay ahead of data miners, but it still has proven to be much tougher than one thought. I will also note that there's only a few more blank spaces left in the Pokedex to fill, a lot of which only just now have gone live. I mean, I'm actually surprised it took this long to finally get Tropius in there. there, but also to I definitely caught not just didn't catch one Buffalant when they took off the region blocking, but a few of them actually. Fittingly, because they are Buffalant and were interested in Unova, they were mainly primarily catchable in New York, or as in, and as I'm not sure if they actually as in Buffalo, Maine, and yeah, I know that the wings are not named for the animal so much as the city, New York, where the recipe I think was invented or at least was popularized. And while I'm on that subject, because at the time when I was visiting in the city, they in both Manhattan as well as where my relatives were living and visiting in Long Island, it's definitely it was just a snapshot of how crazy it was. In fact, I think this I've seen some of the most engagement since that time frame, where I've had instances where the server straight up crashed as well. I'm also liking how they've integrated both Mega Evolution and Dynamaxing as time has gone on. There are supposedly plans to bring both Z heat power moves from Alola and terrestrialization from Paldea in there, as well as whatever mechanic is going to be the main hook to shake things up in winds and waves. And of course, I also enjoy the Bocopia collab, where not only lots of Ditto about, but also lots of spawns that are tied to the highly acclaimed Switch 2 bestseller. And that is also one thing I appreciate the most about this app, admittedly, that it has had a net positive effect on getting more people in to the franchise. And for all the discourse over journeys, I still maintain that Go is a nice kid, as are the voice actors portraying him, be it Zeno Robinson in the States, who's been on everything from Craig of the Creed to Demon Slayer, and Yamashita Daiki in Japanese, with him being, of course, like Yo Midoriya in MHA. That's another thing I love celebrating its 10th anniversary. I mean, so there's that. And while there have been a few who similar games that have tried to who cash in on the success of this one, few have succeeded. Admittedly, they weren't all bad. I did try some of the ones like Ghostbusters, hers, or Jurassic World related. Did they actually sunsetted that had one that I think was related to the Wizarding World a while back as well. Oh, and believe it or not, even and Garfield Go had some ironic fan base towards it, as well as all things often are. So at least you could get rewards that could be cashed out, so there's that. And I do intend to keep playing, especially since it's helped me maintain a pretty solid figure, even as an age where they keep coming with new Blizzard flavors as fast as I can blink, which is an also nice way of saying, I think for the first year alone of playing this, I lost 36 pounds in 6 months. Thanks, Pokemon Go. With the whole, with the before being like the big hiker and the after being the very fit looking triathlete. And with that being the case, Ace, this is one of like a few quick videos you'll be getting before I take off. Most of the other ones will be after, so that's all for now. Take care and check out Pokemon.